Students, welcome to one more series of networking channels. Before this, I have made so many videos on networking. If you have not seen those, please refer those. The descriptions are available in the description box, or you can just check the playlist. In the playlist, all the networking channels are there. Just refer those videos and let us see today's video what we are going to discuss. The today's video is totally based on the concept called protocols. First of all, we will see the basic introduction about protocol. What is protocol? Why do we need protocol? And then how many protocols are there over the internet which are available for us. This many list of protocols I have listed out one by one. We will see them in detail. So let us start the video. First of all, what does the term protocol means? It is a set of rules used for exchange of data between the terminal and the computer, or you can say between the two computers, the client computer and the server computer. When we are exchanging any kind of data between the client computer and the server computer, you need a certain set of rules compulsory to be followed. This set of rules are called as protocols, or in another way, if you want to make it simple, you can say a recommunication agreement which both the parties, the client party and the server party, has to agree, upon which we write it in the form of acknowledgement. A receipt is given on which the client also sign and thus another second party also sign. Both the parties agree, which is called as a deal. Such deal is called as protocol in the internet. Both the parties agree, and this set of rules both of them has to compulsory follow. That is called as protocols. Let us start with the first protocol called TCP. It stands for Transmission Control Protocol. As you know that in the network or internet, you have two pieces. One is your client computer and another one called server computer. So there will be two protocols required. One will be required in the client computer and other will be required in the server computer. This first protocol called Transmission Control Protocol, or the TCP, is needed in the client computer. This will be installed in your own computer. As you can see, it is written, this protocol ensures the delivery of information packets across the network. What does this mean is, you can see there are some small contents coming across this 1 2 3 4, all these are called as packets. Why do we have this packet system in the computer? Because when the user is requesting for a website, the computer will not deliver the whole website in one single go. It website into small packets, and one by one the packets will come from the client computer to the server computer. This is your client computer and this one is your server computer. This is the TCP protocol, is the protocol installed here in the client computer. It is responsible to make sure that whatever is delivered in the proper form. And then downside here, what you find is a number written 192.168.1.68 is the IP address. Every computer available worldwide, whether connected to the internet network or even if it is a standalone computer at your home, has a unique number assigned to it. The computers are not identified by their names or anything, they are assigned by their numbers. These unique numbers are called as IP address. So the role of TCP is simply to ensure that whatever is delivered in the proper manner. Then we have another protocol called IP. The IP is responsible at the server end. The TCP has done its role. The client computer has sent the information. Now at the receiver end, at the server end, you require one more protocol This protocol is there at the server computer. It is called internet protocol. So it will work on the server machine where the internet facility is available. What is it responsible for? It is responsible for providing the logical address called IP address to route the information between the network. You have seen that when we download the content of any website, it takes some time to download. The whole content doesn't get downloaded very quickly. First the text data is downloaded, followed by that the images are downloaded, and gradually at last the video contents are downloaded. The reason behind this is the text takes minimum time to download and images take more time, and the highest time taken is videos to be downloaded. That responsibility to make sure that the packets which were given by the TCP is properly arranged and assembled, that is the role of internet protocol. IP is responsible for giving the proper route. Proper route means what? There are routers over here. What is router responsible? What is the role of the router? All these videos are already there. If not seen, please watch them. But just to give a small introduction, ROUTE, route, if you remove the last word R, route means to give the best possible route from the internet. Multiple computers are connected, so you can see there are so many paths available to travel. Which will be the shortest path so that information delivers in the shortest time period. That is the role of the router. Router decides the best possible route in the internet, and through the router the IP protocol will decide the best address and the information is delivered. Then the third protocol in the series is HTTP. It stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. In your lower classes you have been taught one of the language called hypertext markup language. This language is used to make your internet web pages. Already the web pages are made using the HTML languages, and using this web pages collectively we have made the websites. Now when the websites are made, they are made using the language called HTML. Any content which is made with the language called HTML, if the web pages are made using the language called HTML and you want to use that data which is there in the form of HTML, you need a protocol called HTTP. In the diagram, as you can see, there is one of the web page. This web page is made using your language called HTML. What this HTTP will do? Every web page which user will demand, it will be first of all made or put it in an envelope form, which will be not of course like a physical envelope which you see in the real life. This is just to demonstrate or make it familiar like your real world. In the real world, as we put our letter in the envelope, same way when the user will request for any web page, what it will do is HTTP will safe and securely put it in the envelope, and through the help of server it will be delivered from the server to your computer. This is the computer where you are sitting and you have requested for that web page. So finally from the server computer it has came to you, which means HTTP is responsible for delivering the web pages which user keeps on demanding. That is the role of HTTP. The next protocol is the protocol called SMTP. The word mail, after hearing the mail you get a little bit idea that when user is using the email facility, whenever you are sending the mail to somebody, when I am sending a mail to person, that time I need a protocol called simple mail transfer protocol. As you can see in the diagram, it is a bit complicated, but I will read out and explain to you. The first diagram here is a lady called Sophia. She is writing an email using the Outlook. Then after she finishes writing mail, she is later on sending it. She is sending this mail to whom? Here sends the mail, it goes into the downloaded box, and from that later on, after this step, it comes here. It keeps on lying into the Sophia's server. How long it will keep on lying into the Sophia's server? Until this particular person called Sahul does not open the email ID, he does not uses the login password and does not open the email inbox. It keeps on lying till the time this fellow person will not open the inbox and check the mail. It will keep lying into the server of the Sophia. The role of SMTP is simply to push the mail. By the time you are sending the mail, the protocol called SMTP is responsible. So you can say it is used for pushing the mail. First part is you are sending the mail, and second part will be when this fellow person called Sahul will read the mail. There will be another protocol used which is coming later on, but just keep in mind that the first step when you send the mail, for sending the mail, the protocol required is SMTP. Then if you see further ahead, when this fellow person Sahul replies back, again he is using SMTP. So while she sent the mail, she also required SMTP protocol, and when this person is again replying back, he is also requiring SMTP protocol. So both of them, when they send the mail, they need SMTP protocol. This is the role of SMTP. SMTP is used to send the mail. See here in the diagram, you will get the idea. When you start writing the mail, you use the email ID to whom you are sending, tom@gmail.com. The subject is written hello there. You write the mail. As soon as you click on the send button, the mail will be sent using the SMTP protocol. So basically SMTP will be used when user send the mail. This way it works. From your computer, it will go to the SMTP server, and from SMTP server it will come to the recipient server, and after this, as I said, SMTP is only responsible for sending the mail. But when this receiver, this is the receiver who has received the mail, when he will open this mail, he will not use SMTP, he will use the another protocol called POP and IMAP, which is coming ahead in the explanation part. So remember that SMTP is simply used for sending the mail, not for receiving it. Next protocol called FTP, called File Transfer Protocol, is basically using for downloading the contents or uploading the contents. Downloading is when you download some contents from the server computer to your computer. You can see there is a Yahoo server here. This is the server from which I am using the internet facility, and this is my computer. If anything I am using from here to my computer, this process is called as downloading. From internet to your computer, if you take something, it will be called as downloading. Or second, if you send anything from your computer to this computer, it will be called as uploading. See the diagram, where is you can see the downloading written and you can see the uploading written part. Uploading is when you deliver something from your computer to the server machine, that is called uploading, and when this server machine gives something to your computer, it is called as downloading. So either you download any software, any files, or you upload the things, that time you need a protocol called FTP. Basically the file makes the concept clear. It is used to simply transfer the files, and file is not restricted to file itself, it can be even the softwares also. Even when you are downloading any softwares, that time FTP will play its role. And backside, when I was explaining SMTP protocol, I told you that simple mail transfer protocol is sometimes called, it is easy to remember, send mail to person. To send the mail, you require SMTP. Now you have sent, that is one thing. But what is another thing required? Since somebody has sent, you require a protocol to receive also. So this is the protocol called POP. Post Office Protocol is the protocol used for receiving the mail. I send my mail using POP. The receiver has to receive the mail using the protocol called POP. That is what the POP is responsible for. POP will help you to download your mail. The difference between the POP and IMAP. IMAP stands for Internet Message Access Protocols. These two mails, as I said, are used for retrieving your mail. Already somebody has sent you the mail using SMTP. Now you have to retrieve it. For retrieving, you use these two protocols called POP and IMAP. But what is the basic difference between POP and IMAP? Here you will use the term called POP3 because we came up with the changes in the series. POP was the very oldest version. We came up with POP1, POP2, POP2, and the latest in the series is POP3 right now going on. What is the difference between the POP and IMAP is that both are using for the downloading of your emails, but the difference is POP will allow you to log in your only one computer at a time. If you have already signed in one of your Gmail account, you will not be allowed to sign in into the another computer. But today what we are doing is, in my mobile already I have signed my Gmail account. Already this account is signed in my mobile, but still when I use in my laptop or some another computer, I will be allowed to simultaneously log in into the multiple computers. That is called as Internet Messaging Access Protocol. The same Gmail ID or whichever office ID or ID is allowed to be accessible in the multiple computers is possible because of IMAP. But in case of POP, this facility is not there. POP will allow you to sign in into only one device at a time. If in the mobile you have signed up in another computer, we will not be allowed. So the latest ones are using IMAP in the most of the computer. This is all about the protocol. Thank you so much. If you like the channel, just subscribe it, and if you have not watched the previous channels, just go and